Hello there, adventurers. It's your video monster Hikan, the dungeon master to Project Aegis, at the Guild one-shot series. If you wish to listen to our games live, you can join us at www.twitch.tv/theguilddnd club. Our VODs are available on YouTube and Spotify 2 days later, and you can see some of our most memorable moments at Instagram as well. And now, what you all have been waiting for. Welcome to Aether City, agents. Greetings, agents, and welcome to Project Aegis. This was our first mission, codename Rush. A team of 7 young Aegis recruits, trained at the project's headquarters, would be sent to investigate a private facility of an organization known for their unethical use of pure Ignitis for their experiments, known as Corporation Empire. They were given the coordinates to meet at a crossing in the city. They would know what to look for when they arrive, and then they would be taken to the mission's location by Aegis Agent 13, Grid Crash. But since we are already at it, why not meet the team? The 7 recruits for this mission were Skull, Pixish, Everlight, Ghost, Jet, Wildcard, and Kaching. Shortly after, Grid Crash arrived, driving the recruits to the mission. During the trip, the team got a call from their mission supervisor, Agent 5, Cybernova. She spoke about the mission, Empire, and Ignitis, a highly dangerous radioactive substance, extremely unstable, and with the risk of provoking mutations to a person's DNA if in contact with them, creating the Ignitis individuals. Their mission was the following: steal the Ignitis supplies from the warehouse, destroy their database, and kill the ones responsible for the investigation. Grid Crash left the team in a alleyway leading to the back doors of the building. Doors that were guarded and riddled with surveillance cameras. Pixish came up with a plan, asking Wildcard to punch her in the face, pretending that she was attacked so they could ambush the guards. Their plan worked, and the guards were neutralized. Everlight used their changeling abilities to take the form of one of the guards they just eliminated, while Skull cast Speak with Dead to get all the information they needed to continue. Once the security system was disabled, the team got inside the building. As they get inside, the team finds themselves at the front desk of the building, having to figure out their next move. While Ghost contacted the lead hacker of Aegis, Agent 4, Maverick, they spotted 4 common soldiers and 1 Araxi cyborg model. They failed to hide themselves, and Everlight got confronted by the soldiers. Finding out, she took the form of the commander, Joaquin Costa, and a short fight began. Kaching destroyed the cyborg all by himself, and the rest of the team quickly killed the other soldiers, while Skull used Animate Dead on 2 of the soldiers, hoping they would infiltrate easily. Mission Forward, Part 1. They moved to the elevators to reach the security room, where the plan was to disable the system and let Maverick take control. However, Kaching saw several soldiers escorting a scientist, Dr. Yanis Kalimenos, their main target. 3 of the recruits failed to hide, and Everlight, still in Joaquin's form, tried to buy some time. To spare you from the details, dear listeners, at some point, Joaquin professed his love to Kalimenos. You heard me right. Luckily, Everlight bought them enough time to run with his ruse, rushing to the first floor and the security room. Ghost stepped in to install the virus created by Maverick, so it could affect the security system. As it did, Maverick took over, getting access to the entire security system and turned it off, which, in turn, turned off the RXA cyborgs as well. Maverick gives Skull the access to the security cameras, and he finds something. Someone is being held captive on the 3rd floor. It was their sign to quickly move up, but Jet catches a glance of something, an information board with encrypted information that she can easily read through. They were trafficking living Ignitis individuals. They move up to the 2nd floor, part 2 of the mission, destroy the database and get their files. Jet went inside with reanimated soldiers controlled by Skull, pretending to be a prisoner, while Pixish and Ghost sneaked near the main computer. Jet was able to take down all the soldiers inside and the scientists responsible for the database. Once he was dead, Aegis decided to investigate the database before it was destroyed, finding a list with information about all Aegis agents that were under the Ignitis classification. One of them was their mission supervisor, Cybernova, and they were all marked as targets. Meanwhile, Wildcard also took the chance to investigate, finding information about 2 people he needed to find, and they were marked as under captive. The next part of the mission was to kill Dr. Kalimenos, so they moved to the 3rd floor. Ghost and Wildcard chose to take the stairs, while the rest of the team used the elevator. Wildcard used one of his cards to create a clone of himself, for safety reasons. The recruits that chose to take the elevator ended up trapped inside right before they reached the 3rd floor, which, due to technical issues on the security system, ended up messing with the electrical system of the building. Wildcard and Ghost reached the 3rd floor and concocted a plan. Wildcard used Alter Self to turn himself into Kalimenos, to treat the guards they found on the hall near the elevator. In the meantime, Ghost was ready to shoot, only waiting for a sign from Wildcard who had gotten closer to the guards. Wildcard takes the opportunity to get information about some individuals from Colombia, the people he was looking for information about on the 2nd floor, while the guards tried to reactivate the elevator. Back inside the elevator, Skull, Kaching, Jet, Pixish, and Everlight, still with Commander Zurkin's body, get ready to attack. Pixish heard Kalimenos' voice, her target, and when the elevator was fixed, the doors opened. Skull attacked the guards in a flash of movement, and so did Ghost, who shot the guard who had just fixed the elevator. Meanwhile, Everlight panicked and tried to protect Kalimenos. Remember the love confession thing? Yeah, things escalated. She tried to protect him from Pixish, but alas to no avail, as she landed a strike on the scientist, and Wildcard, still as Kalimenos, shot his own clone, creating a puff of smoke around himself in the process. Everlight jumped inside the smoke and quickly realized that he wasn't the real Kalimenos, leaving the smoke with one of Wildcard's clones, while he dropped his Alter Self and came back to normal. Had he not done that in quick succession, he would have had a new haircut, as Pixish was millimeters away from slicing him with her switchblades. Just like Everlight, she left the smoke with one of Wildcard's clones. Skull and Ghost ran away from the location, and Wildcard was the last one to flee the scene. The team split again. Everlight went straight to Kalimenos' location, with Pixish following her, while the rest rushed to the lab to kill the scientists and rescue the prisoner. Wildcard, Skull, and Ghost got inside the lab, while Jet and Kaching stayed outside. The 3 of them easily eliminated the scientists and rescued the prisoner inside the capsule. It was a child, a 10-year-old Italian Ignatius boy named Claudio Bonucci. They decided to rescue him and take him back with them to the headquarters. In the meantime, Everline went inside Kalimenos' office and confronted him, still with Joaquin's form, trying to get information out of him to convince him to leave his life of crime and join her. Yes, Dark Romance fans, it went there. However, Kalimenos was blinded by power on his hand. Pixies was in the shadows looking after Everlight, and she did jump in her defense, killing the Greek scientist, but not without Everlight giving him a goodbye kiss. Yes, a kiss. Everlight decided to carry Kalimenos' body back to the headquarters. When the team reunited, they rushed to the warehouse, the last stage of their mission. Cybernova contacted them to inform the recruits that reinforcements were on the way, as the alarms of the building went off. Pixish, due to her background with children, took custody of young Claudio. At the warehouse, the team tries to quickly find a way to open the gates. The warehouse was full of containers with pure Ignatius minerals, and Wildcard spots one container that was not completely closed. The light aquamarine glow proved to be too tempting for Wildcard, and he got closer, holding a piece of Ignatius that didn't affect him at all, which shouldn't be a thing. He was a human. He decided to fuse the Ignatius mineral with one of his magic cards, creating a small explosion that didn't hurt him. Instead, his body observed the Ignatius, having learned that he was not a human, but an Ignatius himself. They were ambushed when they finally leave the warehouse, but are quickly rescued by Aegis agents. The agents, Grid Crash, and a young woman who revealed herself to be Cybernova. Both of them ensured the extraction of the recruit safely back to the HQ, and once they were there, they were greeted by Agent 1, Stonewall, Agent 4, Maverick, in Agent 2, Typhon, the lead scientist at Aegis. Typhon took Kalimenu's body for observation, and Cybernova joined the rest of the agents, taking Pixish and Claudio away, to ensure that the child was safe. Stonewall congratulated all of them, telling them that they were dismissed and that they passed their first mission, making them officially agents at Aegis. And that's the end of Mission 1.